For the Igbo people, success does not end in distant cities. It returns in convoys of SUVs and luxury sedans, in private jets landing quietly before dawn, in suitcases heavier than clothes, filled with plans, gifts, and obligations. The Igbo homecoming is not tourism, it is cultural duty. To return home is to reaffirm identity, to remind the village and oneself that the journey was not in vain. Each arrival is watched, each movement is noted, each presence is acknowledged, because in Igboland, success must be seen, not for ego alone, but for accountability. To outsiders, the scenes appear overwhelming. Luxury cars on narrow village roads, gold jewelry catching the sun, designer fabrics stitched into traditional celebrates. But this flamboyance speaks a language older than colonial borders. In Igbo culture, achievement is communal prosperity. If one rises, many must feel the lift. Visibility matters. A successful man who hides his success is questioned. A wealthy woman who avoids her people is misunderstood. Flamboyance here is not recklessness. It is reassurance, a signal that the son who left has returned victorious. During this season, the village becomes a grand stage. Houses once locked are thrown open. Mansions, some unfinished for years, come alive overnight. Generators hum, lights glow into the nights. Catering tents rise like temporary cities. Every event becomes a performance. Weddings, burials, title ceremonies, end of the year Thanksgivings. Each one larger than the last. But beneath the spectacle lies something deeper. This is redistribution. Cash gifts move freely, not as charity, but as obligation. Elders are settled, youth groups are empowered, widows are remembered, churches receive, town unions benefit. In Igbo land, philanthropy is not outsourced to foundations. It is personal, direct, immediate, and public. A man who gives in silence is respected. A man who gives openly is celebrated, because his generosity inspires others. Here, wealth that does not give back is not complete. Perhaps the most powerful force behind this season comes from beyond Nigeria's borders, the Igbo Diaspora, men and women who left with nothing, who labored quietly abroad, who endured racism, loneliness, and risk. They return not to boast, but to reconnect. They are spending fuels local economies. Hotels fill, transport companies thrive, artisans find work. Vendors make months of income in weeks. This is not waste. This is economic circulation. Every season attracts critics. Why spend so much in the villages? Why not invest quietly? Why the noise? But such questions often miss the point. In Igbo culture, development is not abstract, it is lived. A road fixed through communal efforts, a school supported by collective giving, a youth trained because someone returned home. This flamboyant season sustains social structure that government often forgets. Years after years, the pattern repeats itself. And with each repetition, a message grows louder. The Igbo man does not sever his roots. The Igbo woman does not abandon her origin. Success travels far, but it must always return home. This is why the season endures, why the convoys return, and why the villages remain relevant. As the season fades, as engines quiet, as visitors depart once more, the impact remains. New businesses are seeded, hope is restored, community bonds are renewed. This is not extravagance without purpose. It is culture in motion. A people reminding themselves and the world that wealth means more when it is shared. This was not just a season, it was a statement. And this was the recap of the season of Igbo flamboyant lifestyle and philanthropy. Every year, as the Harmattan wind settles over eastern Nigeria, something extraordinary begins to unfold. Roads, once quiet for months, suddenly throb with movements. Villages, long accustomed to silence, awaken to color, sounds, and celebrations. Convoys stretch for kilometers. Engines roar. Traditional drums answer. From Lagos, from Abuja, from Port Harcourt, from London, Houston, Johannesburg, Dubai, they return home, not in secrecy, not in silence, but in confidence, in color, in celebration. This is not just a festive season. It is a statement, a season where success comes home, where wealth becomes visible, where generosity is not whispered but performed. This is the season of Igbo flamboyant lifestyle and philanthropy, and this is its recap. As the dust settles, as the convoys return to highways, as villages slowly return to their quiet rhythm, one truth remains. This season was never just about cars or clothes or celebrations. It was about identity, about a people who refuse to forget where they come from, who believe that success must return home, who understand that wealth finds its highest meaning only when it uplifts others. In a world that teaches individualism, the Igbo story still teaches community. And every year, this season returns stronger, louder, more purposeful. Not to impress the world, but to remind the next generation who they are and what is expected of them. If this documentary deepened your understanding of Igbo culture, if it challenged what you thought you knew about wealth, success, and giving, then this story has done its job. But the conversation does not end here. Subscribe to 1010 Media for more documentaries that tell African stories with depth, dignity, and truth. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to see it, and leave a comment. What does success mean to you? Because these stories matter. Our culture matters, and our legacy is still being written.